So we covered, the positions, the movements, the offense from it. I think you could get a lot better in your offense when you start to understand the defense. And underhook defense is a must-know. When you go into scouting, guys, the two tie-ups that people have to scout against is a 2-on-1, a Russian tie-up, and an underhook. When you're wrestling a guy that has good controls, it's like you got to defend or prevent the underhook, or you got to, prevent the 2-on-1 Russian. So knowing the defense to an underhook can put you in a really good position, not just to clear it and score, but to also, throw them or score points while they have the underhook in. But first, what we're going to get into is just kind of clearing the underhook position and just defending the tie. So before I said in the underhook, when I take it, I'm trying to keep this elbow up, trying to cup the shoulder, but really kind of take control. So the first thing I got to do on the defensive side is I got to break his elbow. And what I do to break the elbow, so Mike, which side? Can you throw this side? So when he throws this side, what I'm going to do is I'm called breaking the elbow. I get my head position. Now I'm taking my hand. Okay, I'm taking it down. And you see how it's going on the inside? I'm not just taking it down straight here. If I do that, he can raise his elbow and still get it. So if I turn my arm down, what it's doing is it's putting a pry on his elbow. Now what I'm also doing on this side is I'm prying the inside of his thigh. Okay? Now seeing what that does, when I'm in here in this position, okay, a lot of times guys grab an underhook here, they got that head position. I'm going to use my free arm to kind of push, fight for my head position, and now I'm taking my hand to his thigh. Now from here, the more he tries to raise me up, the more I'm breaking his elbow. You see right there? And now, as I'm breaking that elbow, I'm going to work to the backside. As I'm working to that backside, it'll break off. If it doesn't break off, there's a lot of other offenses you could go into. Mike digs an underhook with this side. Here, I'm pushing. I got my head position. I'm here. I'm working to the backside here. Okay? I'm working to the backside here. Now, two things can happen. One, it breaks off, and I'm able to move away, depending how flexible their elbow are. Okay? Two, if it digs and he's got a flexible elbow, as I'm moving here, I'm able to come off this knee, rotate my hand on the inside, and rotate it out. Okay? Here, as I'm moving, I can rotate it and break it off. Okay? But when a guy gets his elbow down here, and it's broke, it's real hard. He just doesn't have much strength there. So a lot of times as I'm breaking it too, I could maybe rotate that hand in, or I could even go right into offense from there. So the more that Mike digs it up, boom, I'm down. And that's really, really a lot. As soon as he digs it in, the quicker I can, break that elbow, push that arm down, it kind of pops that elbow and it jolts him, so that he's like, I'm not sure I want to dig that elbow or that underhook in again. Okay? So my hand is shooting straight down into his thigh, and it's twisting and turning. And the more I can do that on his elbow, he can break it. So my head position, I use this far hand to help me get space. So say I'm wrestling Mike, he digs, I'm here. Okay? See, I got this space, I'm digging here, I could come back inside. Okay? Or he digs, as I'm moving, it's getting loose. As it's getting loose, I'm here. I can dig right into a single leg. As I'm prying it off, he's pulling his arm out or it's coming out. I just snatch right into that leg. Okay? So here, even here, the more he's pushing into me, here, I can rotate, push it off. Into a drag. See there, as I'm here, I'm pedaling the backside. I come to his elbow, pick up his leg here, pulling it up. And just working a drill where he digs, I can break. Dig. working both sides there. Here. Move. Dig. Move, move. There. But prying from here to here. Not here, not here. Right across. Breaking. And the more I work backwards, the more I take his arm out. Okay? I'm not circling this way. I circle this way, I leave him offense. I'm going this way, and I'm sagging. See how I'm sagging? And I'm out of there. Just feeling. Sag, sag, sag. Here. Prying across. Okay? I like to go to his thigh more than you'll see some defense where they go to their own thigh. Okay, here. And look to break off. That's effective too. One where he's down here, one to here. That's effective too, but if a guy's real good at his snap, he can cover real fast because I'm kind of making his grip a little tighter. Okay, I might do it for a split second and then get back. Okay, but here, it's kind of tough because you can just snap me. So, prying to the inside of the thigh, get in that angle and go and score. Now, following up from that pry on the inside of his thigh, we're going to go into offense. So once we have that space, or once we create that space with his arm, we're going to come back and tag that elbow, and we're going to look into our duck unders. This move is great. It's a slick move, and there's guys that are real effective at this. We have a guy on our team right now named Wyatt Sheets, who just became an All-American. That's incredible at this move, to the point where people have to scout against him. And he's still so good at it that he can hit it on people because it's smooth, you know. And people rely so much on their underhook offense or on so much of their underhook control that it actually can enable them from getting better. But that's why I always say, like, look to score with your moves. Look to score with your setups. Look to score. If you don't dig it underhook, don't just dig it to control the whole time. Look to score with it. So Mike digs this underhook in here. Bam! I'm going into this thigh here. Okay. Now, say he's trying to cut me off. Okay, so here, I'm having trouble cutting me off. Now from here, I'm going to lower my level, just like I did on my duck under. I can take this hand to the mat if I want. Okay, I don't mind. Notice that on the other side, I'm kind of controlling something. I'm not just going to sit here and let him control my head or control here. I'm using this hand here. See how I'm creating that space. Okay, I'm trying to create that space so I can rotate my head back to here. Like I said, that's the kind of A position for him with his head on the inside. So from here, now from here, I'm going to rotate. Watch my knees. I rotate here. I can put my hand to the mat if I want. As I'm rotating, this hand that's coming on the thigh, it's going to come back. It's going to tag his elbow right here. As I'm taking that elbow, I'm opening my chest. I'm tagging. I pull it over. Now from here, I'm slipping. After I tag it, my hand's coming out, it's rotating. I'm going to put my back hand in my pocket here. And then it slips. Okay? Something hard to do slow, okay, but real effective when you do it fast. When I'm thinking about this, I'm not thinking so much of grab his leg. I'm thinking put him on his face. If I could rotate and slip it so hard, I'm trying to put him on his face. Okay, I'm trying to over-exaggerate because if I could do that in a match, I'm most likely going to score. Okay, as I'm digging, I'm here. I'm here. I'm coming up. I'm here, wrestling. See my position. I lower. Rotate. Tag. As I'm going, tag. And see, as I'm pulling it, down, here. Coming back. Here. Now I got to limp out. Watch my limp. Elbow comes down. Limp. Looking to come up and get right behind him. Okay. Break. Even here, as I'm starting to move backwards. Coming up, springing up. Right to there. Real effective. Real effective, and same thing. Guys get nervous now and they start throwing underhooks. Because one, you're busting the elbow. Now 2, you're scoring on them. You know, I know there's guys that are wrestling, it's like, let you throw an underhook on them. You know, if I'm wrestling here, I'll let them here and limp it. But my first action is doom, down. Break that elbow. Because this is hard. When it's up, when his elbow's up, when it's here, you know, this is hard. Here, I get my space. Now I'm coming back. As I'm coming, rotate, clipping that elbow. Open my chest up, 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 up. Slip. Now from here, I'm not going here. I don't want to catch it on the rope. I'm coming here, down, back pocket, slip, coming up, and get it through. Slip arm, high crotch. Okay, so continuing on with our offense, or you know, our counter offense to the underhook defense, we're going to work a far side duck under to it. Okay, this is real effective. Coach Smith, John Smith, head coach here at Oklahoma State, you know, he was really good at this, made it really popular also. Know your offense to which side. Meaning this, like, I feel personally, you might not feel what I feel just because of the way your body's made up. You know, I feel a slip, arm, high crotch to this side. You know, I don't feel it to that side. But what I do feel to that side is my opposite side duck. So it's different of feel. So like, if you can't do it this side, it's all right, try the other side. If you can't do it on that other side, well, maybe this duck under will help you even, you know, better. So what I'm gonna have Mike do now is he throws that underhook here, okay? I automatically, as soon as those underhook gets thrown, man, my first action is down, down, break the elbow, once I break that elbow. So he takes that underhook here, I go down. Now this far side, you see how Mike is putting it on my elbow here? I'll re-grab to his elbow. So he has an underhook and I have an elbow. So a lot of times we're in this position right here, okay? Maybe I'm pushing off, I could do it from here too. Okay, but I'll rotate maybe at the last second from here. All right. Now, like I said, there's different ways of grabbing the elbow. Some grab it lower at the elbow, the tricep. For my duck unders, I like to grab up in that armpit right here. So now I'm in this position. Now, where this is real effective is guys are starting to lift you up and try to push you out. Kind of lift me up. See right here. Now there's my duck. The same motion I'm hitting with my outside step, high crotch, or my limp arm, high crotch, I'm just going to rotate here. I rotate. Now, it's on this other side. Now from here, as I rotate, I'm hitting my duck, I'm coming up, and I can grab the body. Look to take him down with a bear hug, or sometimes you hit it so smooth, you duck and you go right behind him. So say he's here, I'm pushing off. See how I'm pushing off that elbow, I'm here. Now I'm starting to feel him, I change. Now from here I duck. Right there. Freestyle, trap arm gut. Folk style, maybe roll through tilts, or I just have a control right there. Okay? So it's like I'm disappearing on him. As he's lifting or as he's pushing me up, I'm here. Here. That time I hit my knee and just sprung up into him. You know, a lot of that kind of action right here. You know, here, I dip. As I'm dipping here, I come up across his body right here. Even run him to his back. You know, or I hit it just so finesse that I slip right behind him. I'm here, even here. I did it that time from the inside. Here, or go to the elbow. Rotate. See how I'm open? I open my chest out. Now from here, I'm rotating. So I'm duck under that side. And that's what I mean. It's like, I feel it more on that side than I feel on that side. You know? But if you're able to do both on both sides, you know, they tie together. You know, if I'm here, I can't do that slip. You know, maybe I duck there. You know, maybe he's running that here. I'm running that backside here. I'm trying to go in that single leg. Oh. I slip. And all that is just a duck under step. That's a duck under step. It's like a walking lunge. You got walking lunges, you have your dumbbells here, or a bar, doing this, a walking lunge. That's all my duck under steps are, is a walking lunge. A walking lunge. He's slipping. He shoots here, I'm blocking, he comes back inside, slip. Okay. The other thing, a little fine detail is, when I go to my duck, I don't leave this arm up. It's down here, and as I duck, I'm kind of throwing it. It's not going to work up here. So my hand's coming down. Now, as I rotate, watch my hand pull out. It pulls out. I'm using it to pull his arm down. See how I pull it down? There. So, real effective duck on that opposite side. Real effective offense, or counter offense to his underhook is a fireman's carry. The more they're trying to push into you, they're giving you a grip for your fireman's carry, and it's just a good time to hit it. So there's different ways of hitting the fireman's carry, and there's a lot of little techniques that I won't get into, but just knowing this as an option is something that's really good. So as I'm here and he digs an underhook on me here, okay, I'm just going to catch that elbow. Okay, as he's pushing on me here, I'm blocking off my thigh, I'm going to catch right into my fireman's carry. So I'm going to rotate my hips here. Okay, right until like I'm going into my high crotch. Now from here, everything is about this pinch. Okay, so my arms here, I don't want to be hitting a fireman's carry with my head out and my shoulders out. I want to be pulling this arm across, okay? I want to get almost my knuckles underneath my chin. The more I have it tight here, even if he sprawls, I have him tight. I can dump him, okay? My elbow's tight. It's not pulling back here. It's pulling across my chest and across my neck here. Now, all I'm doing is as I'm going into that fireman's carry, my knees come together, and there's multiple ways I can take them, okay? One fireman's carry is just throwing myself underneath them and kind of throwing them like a seesaw. Okay, I hit a fireman's carry, I'm just dropping both knees and taking them up the other way. So what I mean with the seesaw analogy is I have one arm down, I have one arm up. When my knees come together, my elbow comes down, my other arm comes up. Okay, here to here. Okay, and like I said, you might feel different moves on other sides. Like I feel this even more on this side. As I'm wrestling here, he's pressuring in here, I'm dropping to a two-knee fireman's, okay? Two-knee fireman's meaning I'm dropping to both knees, I'm springing up and getting through them. Here, he's pushing into me, I hook, two knees, and lift it right into my fireman's carry. Or on the other side, I take it and hit it like I'm dumping them. I'm here, I'm wrestling, fireman's here. Now from here, instead of doing two knees and going backwards, my knees coming together, and I'm just going to plant them. Here. Into it. But this is great for guys who are digging underhooks and are coming in. Two knees firemen's. Okay, dig here. I'm here wrestling. I'm running right into my two knees firemen's. So, real quick in the controls again. I'm grabbing up high, and I'm pulling. I'm pulling my elbow down. I'm thinking about bringing them across my body. The tighter I can get my arm to my side or into my chest, the better it is, the tighter it is. Just here, have your partner just try and get his arm out. I want that sucker tight, like I'm climbing a rope. You climb a rope here, I'm climbing that rope here. Here. Lace the leg here, knees coming down, boom. Put them up and throw them. Okay? On the two-knee fireman's here, same thing. I'm blocking or I'm hooking, I drop, 2 knees, again, here. Now you see how I'm down? My bottom hits my heels for a second. I gotta be ready to spring up. Spring up. And just pop it. Poof. Hit those knees for a split second and pop. Poof. Okay? Arms coming tight across the neck. Here. And dump it. Here. Knocking my 2 knee firemen's out. Okay, real good, real effective to an underhook. You know, if the fireman's is something that you're struggling with, another good offense there is a near on far leg to the far side, or even, you know, if you're not good at near on far legs, just the sweeping action to the far side can either clear the underhook or put you in position to score. Okay, so naturally I'm going to do this to the side that I shoot a sweep single leg to, so knowing that he throws an underhook on this side, I have that option. So he throws an underhook on this side, I'm here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bury my head. I bury my head inside, and I do this kind of stuff too. Like I said, when that underhook comes in, I block. Okay? The more he's pushing into me, you know, the head position I got, it's a great time to switch my hips and pull to that near and far leg. So from here, I'm in his thigh, I come off, I tag that elbow right here, and now I sweep to that far side here. Here, see my leg comes out, I come off, here. Now from here, I can do near on far legs to the other side, or I can just sweep. I'm digging here, I dig to the other side. And it's like a punch. I'm rapping really hard. You know, a guy like Alex Derringer, who was a 3-time national champ for Oklahoma State, you know, he had a great near on far leg. You know, it was almost like he would give guys underhooks. He literally would give guys underhooks to his position here. And he'd grab, you know, right on that tricep here and bury his head right in that collar and that shoulder, and he controlled your arm with his elbow, with his arms here, okay? Here. So this guy has a short underhook where he made him short. You know, if he dug it down, he squeezed him down here. Now you could shimmy and you could hit. You know, I don't know if it's body stature or body type. You know, I'm a little longer. I feel ripping and chasing my sweep single legs down. Okay, so you can near on far leg if you have that grip strength and that arm strength. Near on far legs tend to work a lot better also with lefties, you know, because that leg is near more. You know, like if I'm here and he's leading that other leg, it's right there. Okay, for me personally, I like to rip just to that far side. So as he's digging, I'm here, I'm blocking. I'll tag that elbow, shimmy, step, and now I'm rapping hard. Step out, hands coming off, and I rotate into my sweep single leg. See right here, I kind of lost it. You know, I went long, and I'm rapping to get to here. Worst case scenario is I clear the position. Okay, best case scenario is I turn it into a shot, and I take him down. Best case scenario is near on far leg, I'm right to his back. You know, second best is I end up on a single leg. Third is a clear position. Okay? So again, as he's digging here, I'm blocking. Rapping. And if you want to get into more skill of a single leg, you know, there's a lot of videos out there, you know, on the sweep single leg and a lot of finishes from there. But, you know, creating space is so important. That's why these thigh blocks are really good. As I'm here wrestling, thigh block, you know, and the longer I sit, the kind of harder it is to score. So as soon as I feel it come in, I can just hit right away. As he's digging, boom, digging and going, you know. To slow it down, just to show you my steps. I'm here, boom, I dig, I step out, I rotate. As I'm rotating, I'll pull this arm like I'm pulling him past me. Here. Hands wrapping to the ground, chasing, backside. looking to score from there. So, you're having trouble with the fireman's, look your near arm far leg. You're having trouble with the near arm far leg, rip it, go right to your sweep single leg. I like to do inside trips, so another move where it doesn't involve me using my arms to take guys down, using my feet. So another real good attack from when guys throw an underhook on you is using it, turning around and hitting them with an inside trip. We mentioned earlier when throwing underhooks on guys and they re-threw an underhook on me, going into a Jamil Kelly type of throw. Okay, this time this guy digs his underhook on me. I'm gonna create space, let him chase me down, wait for that foot to step, and I'll go right into my inside trip. So being able to throw, or at least threatening to be able to throw, it just kind of always puts your opponent on the defense. We went over a lot of time of just scoring offensively with an underhook. Well, now I'm scoring defensively with an overhook. So he digs an underhook on me here, I'm blocking, okay? Well, as I'm blocking, this guy's staying real stingy with it. He's staying real stingy with it, and he's walking into me. And some of the best time you could throw an inside trip is as soon as they dig an underhook. Because as soon as Mike digs an underhook, he'll step, okay? Like, remember earlier when I was saying snap, dig, okay? He'll snap, dig. You see right away he stepped. And you could time it. Especially if I have a guy that I know throws an underhook, I can time it and jump right to my inside trip. So as I'm here wrestling, he digs. You see how that foot comes in? I reacted right away. So as this underhook's coming in, watch my knee turn in. Okay, kind of like a Heisman pose here. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm fishing my leg to come in to go through, inside, right to out. Okay? So from here, he digs, boom, in. Okay? He's covering the space because when he's digging that underhook, he's pushing into me or he's closing a gap. So right away, I'm going right into it. As he's digging, it's coming in, boom, out. It's coming inside, out. Now, from here, I got to work on getting my head off the shoulder, down, and right into my inside trip from there. And this is a setup. Like, if I know a guy's got a good underhook, I'm here wrestling him here. I might be blocking. Now, and then I might raise my elbow. Boom. Right into my inside trip. Like almost setting it up. See how Mike is wrestling here, I'm here. Yeah, go ahead, take your boom. So, when that inside trip comes or that underhook comes, I re-overhook. Right here. I re-overhook. Here. Arm comes over and I'm swallowing this arm up. My elbow's going down. You see I have this other hand on the far side right here. There's a lot of things I could do from here. I could drop it back down to an over and under position, or I could just slam him right across his head. Right here. So I'm here wrestling. He digs. Boom. See, I'm going through. Now I got to square up. I pull this down. I could crack him right to his back. End up in a headlock position. Or I could keep it into that over and under. Here. See, it's up. Here. Down to his back. Freestyle, 4-pointer. Feet to back. Collegiate, or folk style. Maybe get back points out of it. Turn them to a 6-point move. 2-point takedown, 4-point near fall. So, here, he digs, and I'm blocking. Maybe I'm setting it up to do it as a penetration. Here. Or I'm setting them up to do it right away. Boom. Right down to his back. Notice this position up here. Up high on this side, cracking down on this side. Taking him right down, to his back. One last way to clear that underhook tie is just, I'm kind of pushing and I'm clearing over the top. I'm big into breaking the elbow. You know, there's also other ways of clearing it out, and one is just slipping it over the top. So say Mike takes an underhook on me here, okay? I'm pushing off, I'm getting space on my head. I'm pushing off, I'm gonna work backwards, and now my hand kind of comes up over, okay? Palm's going up, and I'm sliding my elbow in and down right across his neck, okay? So if I'm in here, I dig. I push to try and turn his shoulders. I take my arm up over his shoulder, and I'm slipping down and away, okay? And then I'm looking for some shots. But what helps this a lot is pushing with my opposite hand on his chest, because what's that doing is it's creating space. So what happens a lot is you're in here grinding, okay? And like I said, you could go to the thigh first, and then you could come up to the head and slip down, okay? And going, okay? But even just, there's a lot of little drills of just defending the underhook before it gets in and just slipping. So just working, like even dirty boxing, like if I have both my elbows on the inside, and I'm just feeling that when he digs, maybe I'll block with my elbows. Blocking, you know, blocking. Now say he gets it. I'm here. Head position, slip. He pushes back into me, go to the other side. Here, slip. Dig, slip. Dig, I'm in the thigh, slip. Dig in the thigh, coming across, slipping. Okay? Now, real good offense from there is once I slip the underhook, I can jump right into my sweep single leg. So if Mike is wrestling me here and he digs, I push, I slip. As I'm slipping, it's a good time to drop right into my sweep single leg to work into my attacks. Okay? I'm here, you see right there, I blocked. I'm blocking. He digs it, he gets it. Thigh, rip. Thigh, rip. Slipping out. Right into my single leg. And this is like, you know, a feel. So you could do a drill where he digs an underhook, I push away, I slip, and I dig back. He slips, digging back. Here. Maybe I change sides. Here. Where I'm pushing, digging, he pushes, slips, re-dig. Pushes, slips, re-dig. And then after a while, after I push and slip, I might fall into my sweep single leg. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the complete guide to the underhook series. You know, we covered a lot of different positions, a lot to remember, so you know, I hope you guys get to practice it, and I hope you get a good feel for it. A lot of these positions, we go into some single legs. You know, currently I have a few videos out there. One is on the single leg, so if you want to dive more in depth into a single leg position. Another, we cover the offense or counter offense to an underhook with an overhook into an inside trip. I currently have a video out on over and under system, so if you want to dive more into trips and throws and those kind of things, check it out. But I really hope you guys can use this position. Like I said, this isn't just for guys that are younger or guys that are older. This is for anyone that's in any type of grappling that want to control their opponents and want to score from it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to look me up, you can check out my Instagram. It's Espo_wrestling. I check that probably the most often. Twitter is Zach_Espo. So look forward to hearing from you guys and hope you enjoy.